Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ICS321, and today is July 22nd, and we're on about video 15 or 16. Let's see, let me share my screen. What I can do right now, which is what I was prepared to do, is the delete or the remove place API in assignment 7. So I'd like to go over that right now real quick, and we should be able to, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
It's probably more helpful for you to for your assignments and so on. All right, so so if we look at that assignment, it's assignment 7. And so today I'm going to do the remove place. And so why don't I very quickly get the PHP version running, and we can see what it looks like, what it's supposed to look like. And then, so I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go to my file manager that I've already logged in as Joe Schmo. And I sort of continuing from the last lecture, let's do a new file, and let's call it remove place.php. And go here and edit it and paste. And let me just save it. And I have to put in my username and password. And I changed the password back to what it was for these that I did a couple days ago on the 19th. So let me just open this up. And this is the username, jschmo, and this was the password. So I'm going to copy this from the search places, which I did previously. You don't have to have done search places to do what we're doing today. I just came over here to copy it to make sure. All right, so the username and password are these things. So that's, and you have to put your username and your password in there. And then this it's going to be accepting a name value pair or 2 name value pairs. It's going to be accepting the campus and the place. So here you're actually deleting a place from a campus. Okay, so you're so you have let's look at the database. Do I have a database open? Yeah, here we go. So it's a campus places table inside the campus database. And basically, this is just an API to remove one of these places. Okay. So, so it takes in a campus and a place, and then it checks to make sure that there's something there. So both campus and place are specified. And then it connects up, figures out the host, figures out the database from the username, because that's this. And then it connects to the database, does a database connection, host database connection. This is PHP. And then this is what happens if it can't connect. It displays out the error code. Here, this is the SQL statement that deletes a place. You specify the campus, you specify the place, and you're deleting it from this table. And we put this limit 1 here just in case something funny happens and we're debugging and we don't want to accidentally delete the whole database or the whole table. So we just put a limit there because that's all we expect to delete, just one place. All right, this actually executes this query. This statement executes this query. And then this is the result. Is that used for anything? It's not really used for anything. And then this grabs the error out of that. if there is an error, and if there is an error from the query, and if there's an error, then it actually displays out this error message. It sets the message variable equal to that error message, and that's what's going to be returned in the JSON object. But you know, there's usually no error, and so this executes. And what this is first it sees how many rows were affected. So it sees if there was actually anything deleted. And if there actually was something deleted, it does this message. If there was nothing deleted, then it says nothing was deleted. So you know, I mean, it's so we can execute it on a real place, and it should delete it, and then we can execute it again right away, and we should get this error message because what we wanted to delete was already deleted, was just deleted. If there's an error and you don't, and one of these isn't specified, then you also get an error message, and this is the error message. Okay, so this is the main code, and when we're all done, we construct this JSON object that has the message, the error code, and then the campus that came in and the place that came in, and then it displays it back as a JSON object. So I think we're done. There isn't really anything else we had to change. We only had to add that in there. So this is a really, really, really easy assignment. And it's not going to be this easy next semester. Don't worry. So I saved it. And so now I should be able to, okay, here I am. It's just this remove place one. And if I click on that, I should get campus or place not specified. And or I can go over here and use it to delete something. And so I'm going to delete UHWO Popeyes Waipahu. I think I can remember how to spell that. So go over here and I can go question mark campus equals UHWO and place equals Popeyes Waipahu. And I go like this, and it says Popeyes Waipahu was removed, and no error, and this is that. And so then when we go over here, we should see this one removed. Okay, so I'm going to hit refresh, and lo and behold, it's removed. All right. So now let's make the Python version. So I'm going to go back over to here, and I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to call it remove places.py. And so I'm going to make it, oh, not remove places, it should be remove place. And first thing I'm going to do is I got to change the permissions to execute. It should be 755. Okay, change permissions. Okay, so now when I reload, it should say 755. Okay, good. Oh, I can do it that way, huh? So let's see. The first thing we want to do, let's go in here. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to make it like, here's the PHP one. I'm going to grab this out and put it over here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. What's this? Oh, that's the search places. Search places. Okay, I don't need search places. I'll get to this later. This is the terminal, which I might use. I'm going to close this for now. I'll come back to that if I need it. Now, what happened to my thing I was working on? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it's this one. So I'm going to open it up, edit, edit, edit. And the first thing I want to tell this is a CGI bin. This is a CGI bin file. And if you look at, you better look in htaccess. You better confirm that in your htaccess file that you have this. This says that a .py file is actually a CGI script, okay, executed as a CGI script. Okay, it just says it's executable, and I don't need this anymore. But the first line of this executable script is the language, the processor, and so it's hashtag exclamation point / USR happens to be where it is, and this is where it is probably in your server too. I'm using Python 3, and when I installed it, I called it Python 3. It may just be Python, this is we're going to assume that you have Python 3 available. Python 2 is a little bit different, and the modules are slightly different, and so on. So, all right, and then the first thing we want to do is let's take care of this user password here. So I'm just going to say user equals Joe Schmo, and password equals July 19th, 2021. Okay. And then I'm going to grab out campus. Okay. So how do I grab out campus? Well, I need a module. I need to use the CGI module. So I'm going to say import CGI. And then I got to get, so this is an array. It's actually, in PHP, that's called an associative array of name value pairs. So there's an entry called campus, and it's going to have some value. If it's specified, it's going to have a value, and we want to store that value into this variable campus. Same with place. This is how it comes in from the browser. You know, when we did the test here, when we put this up here, that's what we're talking about. It's getting at those. It's getting at those variables. And so they come in like this. That's how it is in PHP. In Python, I'm going to be weird, and I'm going to name it the same thing, even though, except for it doesn't have a $sign in front of it. So I'm going to say the request array is equal to CGI, and this is a module field storage. So this is a property or a method inside CGI, the CGI module, and it returns, in Python, it's called a dictionary. It returns a dictionary, and we're going to call it _request, just kind of like it is up here. Okay, and then we're going to do the same kind of thing. We're going to have a variable called campus, and we're going to initialize it to nothing. And then we say if, and this says if request contains campus. So in this language, in Python, it's if campus is in request. If it is, then you're gonna set this campus variable. Oops. Okay, now here we're talking about this one is equal to same kind of thing, request campus dot value. It's like that. Okay, so that's the campus one. We want to do the same thing for the place. If place is in request, then set place equal to request place dot value. All right. So now we've taken care of these two things. I'm not sure about this. What this does is this takes care of if the place has an apostrophe in it, because we're gonna use that down here. And I tell you, that's one thing I'm not sure about how you take care of that in Python. But anyway, so that's going to be one slight difference. But the grader, the auto grader doesn't look at that. So all right, so we're going to do if. What did I just do? If campus see now, Python is real picky about data types, much more picky than Python PHP. So I'm going to say if the length of campus is greater than 0, then that means it is something, and the length of place is greater than 0. Then we know we're all defined, or they've both been defined. And then I got to do this here. And so I'm going to do a host. Oh, geez. Host. I wonder if there's a way to. What did I just do? Oh, close it. Let me just go back over here again. And can I? Oh, there's a view. Click view. Yeah. That'll keep me from typing over here. All right, so I'm defining these things. So I can do host equals user plus .ics321.com, and database equals user plus underscore campus. In PHP, concatenation is a period, and in Python, it's a plus sign. So there's that, and then we're going to do this connection string thing. And in Python, it looks like this. I'm going to call it con. Con, just the same thing. Con equals mysql.connector dot connect. Host equals host. Hope this works. User equals user. Password equals password. Oh, equals pass. And database equals database. I'm gonna see. Okay, and then I have to do one more thing. I have to actually have a handle name or whatever. And it's traditionally called cursor. So I'm going to call it that. Cursor, SOR, equals con.cursor. Like that. All right. I'm gonna do this. Print. Oops. Hello. I want to see if I get here. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to try to run this. I'm going to run over here. This is Joe Schmo. And it is remove this one, py. And we've got internal server error. I'm going to comment out this and this. Save and run it again. Got an internal server error again. Oh, I know what I forgot. I need to put somewhere, and what I'm talking about is this thing down here. I need to put that up higher, or I need to put this before I print anything out. So I'm just going to put it up at the top here, and that's just print. It's the same thing, except for it's print. Content type colon space application slash JSON, and then I have to put a backslash in. I have to put another line. It's got to be a blank line. It's this thing takes care of it, but this in PHP actually just does this. So let's see if this one fixes it. Didn't fix it. Okay, I'm gonna do this. No. This. So you're watching me debug. It's got to be worth something. See if that works. See what this does now. Okay, this worked. It said hello. Okay, so since that worked, what is it that doesn't work? This. I'm gonna put the here. Oh, it's internal. Something is wrong. Import CGI. User pass. When something's wrong with that. Unbelievable. Okay, how about if I do this? WD. Well, pass must be a reserved word. And it is. That's right, it is a reserved word. Anyway, so we can't use the word pass. So I'm going to call it that. So that probably is going to fix everything. This has got to go here. So I want to see if this works now. Get rid of this. This fellow. Okay. So now let me go. Okay. I'm going to go back over here again. And if this is false. In other words, if they're both blank, no, if either one of them is blank, then it's going to do this. So why don't I go ahead and finish that up over here, and I'll put else colon ERR equals 1. I can just do it that way, I guess. MSG equals campus or place not specified. And that is the end of the else. And then I have an out. Something like, I don't know. JSON, I'm just gonna scroll. I have to use another module called JSON. It's called import. I forgot something else too. Import JSON, and that's gonna allow me to use this. See, first I have to create the object that I'm going to return. So I'm going to call it return object is equal to this, where I've got the message. So I'm creating a dictionary right now, which is made up of message. And I have error, which is made up of the error value, ERR, oops, this thing right there. And this is that. And then I have campus is whatever campus came in as, and place is whatever place came in as. End of that. Okay, so this I'm talking about this thing, and this I'm talking about this thing. All right, so that's the return object, and because I have this import JSON, I can do out. I'll use. I guess I can. Should I use out? Out equals JSON dumps plural return object. Okay. And this is what we actually return. So let me just return that. Print return. Oh, I mean out. Print out. Okay. So that prints this. Okay, so there's one other thing I forgot here. And before I can use the MySQL connector, I need to import MySQL connector. Okay, I have to do that. And that's probably why this thing wasn't working. Although I should have gotten an error maybe. Okay, anyway, let's save this and see what happens. Okay, so I'm not passing in anything, so I should get this error because I'm not specifying anything yet, am I? No, refresh, and it looks like this. So this is the return thing. Error number 1. It's not specific. And let's get rid of that hello, which is here, I guess. Yeah, here. Let's get rid of this hello. And let's get rid of this hello. Although we haven't tested this code at all yet because we haven't put anything in for like a campus in place. All right, so I'm going to save this and I'm going to refresh this. Okay, now it's passing back valid JSON. So this is the error. And this is the error, and this is the message. Okay, so let's try. What was that one we just tried to delete? It was question mark campus. Well, let's just try to do that one. This is from testing before, and I don't believe this one's in there. So I'm just going to hit enter. And nothing happens. Okay, that's because we're stuck down in here. All right, so okay, I do want to do this hello, and let's see what happens now when I save this. Okay, what does it say? It says hello. Okay, so it got here. It's the first hello. I took out the other hellos. We can. Okay, so what we got here. Well, that's good that we got here. That means this might have worked. Okay, so let's continue with what we were doing. So we're here. So let's do this SQL. Okay, we did the connector thing, and let's see. Let me just comment this off for a moment. So now we want to create this SQL equals delete from campus places where campus equals, see, I'm doing this right here. I'm doing this right here, okay. Where campus equals plus sign, quote, close quote, plus campus. I'm talking about this campus, okay. Plus, and then quote again, and it's going to be close the single quote and place. Oops, I'm going to make it capital. And place equals single quote, and then close the double quote. Concatenate place. Concatenate. Close the single quote, and then I'm going to put my limit 1. Just in case, I'll put a semicolon there too. All right, so that's the SQL statement I want to execute. And then we have this, we have this mess. Okay, so in Python, we have to do a try catch. Okay, so so it's called try except in Python. So try colon cursor execute execute the SQL and grab out what the number of rows are because you want it to be one row. Because you want to delete a row, and so you want the number of rows to equal whatever it comes back as. Here it's called here we call it number of affected rows, like that. And then we have to do one more thing for it to actually work, and we have to commit con.commit. We actually have to do that. And that actually does it. We want to grab the number of rows out. See, cursor is all set up. It doesn't actually commit until you do this. So there's nothing like that over here. All right, but before we start out, let's initialize number rows equal to 0. Oops. Equals 0. And let's initialize the error code equal to 0 also. Okay, because there's going to be an error code. Okay, so that's what happens if we if everything works. If something doesn't happen, if there's an error. So here now we're going to take care of this case. Except mysql connector error as error. We're renaming it error. Okay, and then so down here we can print a bunch of stuff. We can print error, and we can print error unable to delete record period space close quote dot. I just do it this way. Python. err.errno, error number. And then I think I also want to set this thing equal to that. Error equals errno. And then I want to do, let's also print, this is, I got this out of a book. Print SQL state, comma, and then the err SQL state. See, this is, we're referencing all this stuff from this object. And then let's print out the error message that you would get. Print message maybe you should put a colon here. Comma errmsg, and let's also make MSG. Is MSG a default yet anywhere? MSG equals nothing. MSG, append onto it errmsg. How's that? Okay, and then whatever happens, let's append onto MSG equals, and I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put the number of rows that were deleted first. So I'm going to say, and the number of rows is going to be this or this, and it's a number, but we're creating a string here, so we have to actually say that it's a string. Num rows, and we'll append to that deleted period, and then I'm going to, if there is more, then I'm going to added this. So if there was something written there, then it'll be appended. Otherwise, it'll be nothing, and then nothing will be appended. Okay, so that's the end of my error message, and I'm going to leave this as a comment. Tell you what, I think I'm just going to, I might as well just try this. So let's see what it does. Save this, and let's go over here, and let's hit refresh here. It doesn't like something. Okay, I'm gonna let me go over to cPanel and let me open up the terminal. And let's go to cd public HTML. And let's go, I'm going to try Python 3 space add, no, delete, remove, place dot py. I'm spelling except wrong. What? Oh, excuse me. All right. Let's just go right to here. Oh, okay. All right. What does the raw data say? Okay, you have an error in my SQL. Unable to delete record, SQL state. So this was an actual error. Okay, I have an error in my thing. So it's where campus equals, it's because there's got to be a single quote there and a single quote here, and there has to be a single quote here and a single quote there. So, all right, that's what it was. So let me refresh this, and now I get nothing. Let's go over here and do this again. Campus or place not specified. Why doesn't that come out? Oh, no. I want to campus UHM place Himalayan kitchen. So I got to kludge that. I'm going to do this. Campus equals UHM. Place equals Himalayan kitchen. And we can see that it is not there. So the only Himalayan kitchen is KCC Himalayan kitchen. All right, so I'm gonna so that's what I'm defaulting this as, because when I run it from the terminal, I can't put in this request. I mean, I could figure it out, but anyway, so now they should be specified, and what happens? ERR is not defined. Ooh, ERR is not defined. Well, why is it not defined? Oh, let's call this something else. OR, error. Yeah, that's a number. It's a number. Here, error, there it is. That's a number. Okay, now let's see what happens. I can do, let's do this. Okay. Error 0. Okay, anyway, so that should work now. I'll refresh this and we say 0 deleted. That doesn't seem like. Okay, I guess that's fine. All right, so now let's do something where there really is something. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put this Himalayan kitchen in there. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to change this to UHM. Go. All right, now I have a UHM Himalayan kitchen. Now when I run this UHM Himalayan kitchen, I should hit refresh, and it says, boom, 1 deleted. That's what 1 was deleted. And now if I hit refresh here, we see that it's gone. All right, and so let's check it. Joshmo, I think it's not. July 19, 2021. And I can do, do I have, is this refresh, reload? Reload. When I run the tester, it's just gonna, is this gonna work? I wanna hide remove place, because I'm actually testing the PY, so I wanna hide this one. So the way I'm gonna hide it is I'm gonna put a big X right here, so it's unable to find it. And now when I run this, I think I typed in the password. Now when I test remove, it first tests if it's the PHP and it doesn't exist because I changed it. Okay, now it says but this one is accessible. And got correct. This one worked. This one worked. Okay, got all the points. All right, so that should help you do the second, this number 2 here. And so all that's left is the first one. And I think what I'll do there is I should do the store procedure first, because this first API actually just tests these using the store procedure. All right.
Thank you so much.
Yep. And next time I'll go over chapter 7. I think I'll start over there. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Take care. Thanks.
Bye.